Itu loh yang salah satu di rumah itu.
Oke, Mbak Brenda bisa minta tolong nanti dikasih sebagai timernya. Apakah bisa, Mbak?
Oke, bisa, Bu.
Ya. Waktunya Mbak Mutiara berapa menit ya, Mbak ya? Di aturannya berapa menit, Mbak, NUDC?
7 menit 20 detik.
Oke, nanti Mbak Mutiara maksimal 7 menit 20 detik. Kemudian setelah itu siapa? Mas Imam atau Mbak Yuyun? Mas Imam dulu. Tim governmentnya tim oposisinya siapa dulu nanti yang bicara?
Ya, saya dulu gak apa-apa.
Oke, Mas Imam nanti juga waktunya 7 menit 20 detik. Kemudian setelah itu Mbak Putri. Dan setelahnya adalah Mbak Yuyun. Ya, oke, kita mulai teman-teman. Mbak Brenda dan Mbak Aca, saya minta tolong untuk timer ya. Nanti diingatkan kalau sudah mendekati 7 menit 20 detik. Seperti itu. Oke, time is yours everyone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. I speak as Prime Minister. POI preference is just unmute yourself or through chat. It's up to you. And I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. So why we want to ban children publicity in social media? Because we want to protect them from child grooming. First of all, I want to explain the state of the child. We want to frame the child innocence. Child can't make rational decision as the adults do. They do as what their heart say. They decide without knowing the impact or the risk of their decision. So that's why from this child's innocence, there is many adults that want to take advantage from that. Where the example is child grooming. What is child grooming? Child grooming is when adults use children as in a commercialized field without their consent, or maybe child grooming besides of commercialized, or if they have like sexual desire, they also may do that to the innocence of child. The second framing is child. Nowadays, children, they post on the internet based on their own willingness. They want to post them themselves. They're not forced by the parents, and they just want to use social media because their friends use it. Oh, they want to follow the trends. And even if the OO say that no, nowadays the children is banned from social media until the age of 12, but in the case it's not that. In the case of the ban in social media, some content is banned, but if we post something, the social media company doesn't ban anything. Even if you underage, they don't ban you from posting anything you want. Even if it's your body image or anything you want, the social media will allow it. And that is very dangerous, as I mentioned before, that childs don't know what they're doing. They will still can maybe expose their private parts without their realizing, and that may cause to these people take sexual advantage of it. And next, we will move on to the mechanism. We will not ban them forever from social media. We will ban only the underage child if they have met the requirements or the minimum age. For example, in this country, it's 18 years old. If they are below 18 years old, we will allow them to use or publish themselves in social media. But under that age, we will ban them because of the harm that we mentioned before, such as sexual abuse and unnecessary commercialized. Or why we want to ban them? First of all, parents, they can't control their child that well. Even if the OO said, oh, it's up to their parents. If they have a good parents, then the parents should control the social media. The parents should check on the parents should check on their social media. But the fact is that nowadays parents can't control their children that well. Millennial parents, if their child's crying or their child's disturb them, they just give them phone to keep them shut up. We see this everywhere, anytime nowadays. So that's why if their parents just too tired from work, and when the parents got home after a long tiring work, and the parents can't check on their child's phone, therefore they can't control what their children post on the social media. So what is the harm of this thing? Well, there is other harmful thing that we must be aware of. With the occurrence of AI and more advanced technology, we knew that people can steal our photos, our data, our videos just from one photos or videos that we post from the internet. And these unresponsible people, these nasty people, can take your child's photo and edit it and put it in a porn video. Isn't that very harmful? And then they post it on illegal websites or like child porn websites. It's not that your kids directly post porn videos, but this unresponsible adult stole their photos and put them in these porn sites. Is that what the future you want for your children if you allow them to publish themselves in social media? I guess we all agree that it is not the harm that we're looking for. So for the conclusion, we should not take advantage from this child innocence, and the majority of parents nowadays can't control, unable to control the social media usage of their children. So therefore, we oppose this motion. Thank you. Sorry.
Oke, finish Mbak Mutiara.
Okay.
Finish, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now is Mas Imam. Time is yours, Mas Imam.
Okay. Thank you. I am as the opening opposition here. I will begin my statement with 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much for the time. And I listened and I heard so many opinions from the OG, but I think that OG is a very funny because she always spoke that opening opposition said even that the opposite team is still not speaking, but the OGs spoke just now that the opposite said, and I think this is very funny. And for the opposite, for me, for these motions, we need to understand first how is the motions means and how the goals of the motions. The motions talk and discuss about how the children publicity in social media, and we focus on the children publicity, not children as the users of the social media. But just now the OG always discussed about how the dangers of the children when they use the social media. So I think the OG was being misunderstanding from of the motion. So I think we need to back to the motions right now, that we focus on discussing how the children publicity in social media. So I think that there is no problem for that, because we know that there is no specific law forbid from the government or from the social media itself, when the people or the adult posted the children, like their son or whoever. I think there is no specific law forbid them. So I think that this is a very normal, and this is okay for the adult posted the children, as long as the children is realize how the content that is able to post and not able to post, but not to ban all the publicity from the children in social media. This is the point. So just now the OG also said that from these motions there will be children blooming or children exploitations utilized from the adult, and they take a vintage from the children. I think the goals of the adult posted children in social media, not just to take advantage from them, but there are many other goals that is very beneficial for themselves. I think for the children, like I mentioned two reasons why adult usually posted children in social media. First, force of the commentary. Okay, this reason is really reliable, because the parent usually want to have the commentary of their child from the baby until adult. So I think for making self-documentary, social media is a really good place, is a really effective for making self-documentary for children. And also the other reasons why usually people or adult posted children in social media is for exploring the children's skill. We know that children, I took this reference from the National Institute of Health. The range of the ages of the children is from the 1 year to 12 years. So I think from the range of the age, it is the time for the children to exploring their abilities, their skills. So the parents usually posted uh, the the skills of the children, like singing, like dancing in social media. So I think this is a very normal, and not like the OG said, to no to give the exploitations or to take the advantage of the children. And just now the OG also said that this is a very dangerous to to be used as a sexual advantage or child porn. So I think the normal parents will not post the bad photos or the bad content in social media for the children. So I think this reason is really not a real label for ban the children publicity in social media. So I think we back to the motions. We are focusing on the children publicity in social media. So we need to educate the parents or the adult how or which the photo, which the content is able to upload or is okay to upload and not okay to upload, but not to ban all the children publicity in social media, and not like the OG said to ban the children users, because we are not discussing about the children users for social media. So this is my statement for this opportunity, and I want to press again that I really disagree as the opposition team when the children publicity in social media would be banned, because there are so many benefits, so many goals from the publicity of children in social media. And one of them, like I mentioned, the two goals is for self-documentary and for exploring the children's skill. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mas Imam. Now is Mbak Putri. Mbak Putri, time is yours, Mbak Putri.
Okay. Wait. Okay, I'll start my speech at 3, 2. One. Firstly, the opposition teams make the debate very cramped by saying that every child that has publicity in social media posted only by their parents. But we see in South Korea right now a lot of cases when children are being groomed, then they are posting what they wanted to posting in social media is by their own willingness, not by their parent. We see that opposition trying to make this debate is very cramped by saying that every posting in social media is only by their parents. Even if we follow the opposition mechanism by saying that okay, this kind of posting will be posted only by their parents, we see that there will still a lot of bad impacts. Why? Because we see that controlled by parents, there still be a potential for them to commercialize their child in very young age. Secondly, okay, we can control our child by control their social media, but we can control what people thinking, and we can control what people out there thinking gonna do towards our child. Maybe they have a bad intention toward our child that we cannot control. Okay, we can control our child, but we cannot control people out there that has bad things to do towards our child. Secondly, they say that they have different meanings of publicity itself, but we believe what is publicity is the activity of making certain that someone or something attracts a lot of interest or attention from many people. So we want attract attention from many people towards our publicity and social media. So it doesn't mean that we are already famous or something, but this debate is about children or child under age that has a publicity on social media, that posting their identity, their photo in social media to get attention or to attract a lot of people in terms of their self, maybe. Thirdly, they say that this kind of things will be the media for children to exploring their creativity or something so on. But we believe we have provided to you a lot of other media such as competition or something crafting maybe that can directly controlled by the parents. So we don't get a lot of this advantage that we say at the very beginning of this debate. We believe that there's another media that we can explore as a parents and also as a children in terms of creating creativity or increasing the progress of the children itself. Let's jump to my argument. First, I will define you what is child itself. Child is a young, innocent, and need to be controlled by the parents, or need to be controlled by the parent itself. Second one, we believe that if we follow the opposition case, that still be a chance for the child grooming. What is child grooming? Child grooming is when the children underage utilized by older people that might be fake their age to get to to do sexual harassment or something, so on. So we believe that a lot of bad people around there that might do this kind of child grooming towards our children if we let them have the publicity and social media itself. The third one, we believe that if the opposition bring the case that it will increase their credibility or something, but we believe that there's other way that more safety, more can control by more can supervisor by the parents itself. We will encourage them in terms of art, competition, crafting that we can control directly in home maybe. The fourthly, we believe that this kind of things might be an addiction for the children itself. They might be an addiction for them to use this kind of platform, or maybe to just sneak out and posting something that we don't know or talk to people we don't know that might hurt them in terms of their body or something that might be commercialized maybe, or sexual harassment itself. Example, when they're going to school, we cannot control them, who's they're gonna meet, who's maybe there's a lot of people out there that's gonna hurt them, so we cannot control them. We are not around them every time, right? The fifth thing is
POI,
there
please.
might be a case of no. Oh, okay, yes.
Okay. We need to back to the motions of this debate that we don't talk about the children use social media itself, but the children publicity in social media. So please don't talk about how the children use the
Okay, I
social
get it.
media.
I get it.
We don't
I get it.
focus
I get it.
about that.
Okay, I get it. But I believe what I said in the very beginning, publicity is when you wanted to attract something or someone to interest with you. It doesn't mean the publicity that you're already famous, but I already follow your mechanism by saying you will control by the parent itself, but we cannot control what they thinking about your publicity itself. We cannot control what they want willing to do to your child. We cannot control whether they will do the bad things to your child or not. We cannot control that. Even if you control your child in terms of their social media, you posting what you want to posting to your child, but the famous of your child itself, you cannot control what people will think about that. You cannot control what they're gonna do to your child. You cannot control what they're gonna talk maybe to your child, or you even cannot control your child itself, because they will might the probability for them to sneak out and randomly posting something that you might don't know, or they will might be meeting people that you don't know out there when they're in school, when they're in with their siblings, or when they were with their friends. Maybe you cannot control them. So that's why we will not specify this kind of publicity by saying that the only publicity we need is famous itself, but we believe publicity that we mean in this debate is publicity when a child already posting their identity itself. I will back to my argument itself. The fourth one that we're gonna believe is going to happen is the bullying itself. We see a lot of people that do this kind of bullying. Maybe a lot of people don't like our child, don't like the creativity of our child, that there will might be bully our child and say something bad, and our child read that and they might be very disappointed. They may be very sad, and it might affect their psychology, and it maybe affect their school or something. So they will be not focused in school and learning or something, because this kind of bad things that might people say towards our child. So why we gonna win this bet? First is the opposition might say that it might be create creativity in terms of this thing, but we said no, because creativity is still in our under our side, and they need to buy our argument to get this kind of potential, to get this kind of safety, to get this kind of creativity that they say at the very beginning of this debate. Okay, we can control our chat, but a lot of bad people out there that we cannot control. So why we should win this debate is first the idea of safety, second the idea of creativity, thirdly the idea of the opposition cannot prove what they say at the very beginning. Thank you. We proud to propose.
Okay, thank you very much, Mbak Putri. Now is Mbak Yuyun times. Okay, you spend time 7 minutes and 30. Mbak Yuyun, time is yours. Mbak Yuyun sepertinya
masih
terpental
terputus,
sepertinya. Apa?
Iya, terputus, Ma'am.
Coba Mas Imam
Bentar.
dihubungi kembali.
Ya.
Sebentar ya, kita tunggu Mbak Yuyun.
Checklist 1, mem. Mungkin ada yang telepon mungkin, mem.
Ya, sebentar saya telepon. Gimana Mas Imam? Saya telepon tidak bisa soalnya.
Checklist 1, mem. WA-nya mungkin ada yang telepon seluler, mem. Jadi datanya keputus.
Oke. Oke, bagaimana kita akhiri saja atau kita nunggu Mbak Yuyun ini enaknya?
Bentar,
Masih saya
telepon
coba
lagi.
telepon, Mem. Eh, sinyalnya Mbak Yuyun lagi trouble, Mem. Jadi lagi mau ke gedung FKIP buat nyambungin wifi-nya.
Oke, kita tunggu ya teman-teman. So sorry. Oke, Mbak Yuyun. Oh, masih connect. Oke, Mbak Yuyun. Time is yours, Mbak.
Yes, ma'am. Before that, I'm really sorry because I got trouble with my signal just now, and now I have already my signal. Well, I'll start my speech around 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, before of all, let me rebut what has been spoken by the second speaker of our government team just now. That my first speaker has already said before, right? We have to focus on the children publicity, not the children as the user of the social media, right? And just now you have already given your reason, but we can control what people think and what people do to our children. Okay, first, let me give you, every parent in this worldwide will give what best of their children, right? As that mentioned just now, we give the social media to their self-documentary and also their ability on the social media. It's not far and it's not out of that. of course, as the parent we know what the bad and what good and what do and what don'ts on the social media, right? That should be really understandable of every parent in this worldwide. So I think that's what we think as the opposition team. What you always talk about, we cannot control people what they do and what people think about our children, because everything will happen, right? As you think that, yes, it might probably happen on this really modern era, because we share on the social media. We don't know what gonna be today and tomorrow and forever. But one thing that we have to underline, as the parent, we have already known how to teach and how how to really public our children in a very best way, because we already know what do's and what don'ts on the social media, as that really shown in a very largest rules on the social media. I'm sure, and we really sure that every parent will know about that. So we don't always talk about we cannot control people what they want to do and what they want to talk, because if we talking about what people gonna talk about our parent and about our children, I think they won't really care about it, because it's always about it purpose of children self-documentary. Let me underline about the first speaker of my leader of opposition team just now state that our reason, there are two reasons of our argumentation right now. We bring that children publicity is not is not that means children use. It's still under control of the parent. Of course, they know what to post and what to public in the social media. So the purpose and the reason of this statement is to make really good and best self-documentary. Underline that self-documentary, because now we are really living in a very modern era, right? We want to have a good documentary, because if it might be lost if we don't put in the social media, maybe. So that's the reason. The example of the first reason that I really did talk is, we can take a look now in the social media. Many people are already posting their children, because to make people interest, to communicate with other people. It's not always about the bad thing we post, right? It's about the funny video, the good moment of our children. So I think that's okay if children post their if parents post their children on the social media, because yeah, we know it's just for self-documentary. What gonna be done but by many people? Will they let's take the example, will they steal our children while we just give them and share them about our children's moment? Okay, and then what has been spoken by my first and my lead opposition team. Okay, thank you. You may.
If you said that you want self-documentary your children, then why you just keep it in your own phone gallery? You don't need to post it.
Okay, I get it. Thank you. As you said that if you wanna make a documentary, why don't you put in the gallery, right? Why don't you put in your phone. First, our attention is not only for our own self, just to consume the children, the parent only, but usually we have like intention to make them to make their interest to our children. So the purpose why we post children, why we do children publicity is to make them engage people, like to make many people see our children's ability. Oh, let's take example, like now we see Mazaya, right? I give you the evidence. Like Mazaya, she has really good public speaking, and it really engaging people, and it really makes people feel well that Maza is really have a good abilities. She has, even she is a child, she has a very good public speaking, so that it makes many people feel like I have to educate my children as the same way with Mazaya. So it inviting many people to to have a good generation as Mazaya, even if it's not the same as Mazaya, but we can take a value as the same with Mazaya. It's just kind of example. There's still many people, there's still many children in a very world right now that we can take the good value. Don't always think about the bad thing. We want to post on our children because we can we can explore our children ability in the very worldwide right now, because we are living in a modern era. If we don't post, if we don't take a self documentary, how we can make people aware of how we could educate our children, how is actually good parenting, and many others. That's just kind of example on this children publicity. Okay, let's back to my argumentation that I already answered your question. Okay, the next one is as the conclusion of this argumentation.
Time's up. You can stop speaking now.
Okay, thank you. Maybe that's all, and I give back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Yuyun. You spend time 8 minutes and 47 seconds. Terlalu panjang ini ya, Mbak. Nanti mungkin bisa dikontrol. Jadi,
sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
The problem is we cannot look at the time directly, ma'am. Mungkin kedepannya.
Iya. Kedepannya nanti mungkin bisa timnya sendiri yang ngasih tanda bahwa waktunya sudah mepet seperti itu ya. Begitu. Jadi jadi per timnya nanti bisa ngasih apa? Nah, itu seperti kata Mbak Putri, you made time keeping yourself, atau timnya juga bisa bantu gitu. Kalau sudah 7 menit gitu dikasih tanda bahwa waktunya sudah mau habis seperti itu. Itu. Oke, now time is for Mbak Brenda untuk memberikan penilaian. Time is yours, Mbak Brenda.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for today's debate. But I would like to ask for 5 minutes for me to conclude my conclusion.
Mbak Brenda kalau sudah siap, nanti langsung mulai saja ya mengejunya.
Oke, Bu. Okay, I'm ready to give my oral adjudication. Okay, is everybody's here and is my audio audible?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, hello, my name is Brenda and I am from Universitas Negeri Malang. I have 3 parts of oral adjudication. First is general comments. Secondly is who wants this debate by ranking. And thirdly, why I give the winning into teams. First of all, for the general comments, I think each team has their own mechanism and own perspective in this debate, but I think it could have had a lot more engagement from each team, from OG to OO. So I think you guys should assess more POI to give this debate a lot of, to lighten up this debate. And I think that each team has to understand the burdens of their own perspective, like really to understand the motion given, which was this house would ban children publicity in social media. So it should be about the policy and why is the policy needs to be taken seriously in the parliament. Okay, so secondly, I will give the ranking. Second rank would be from the OG, which is the OM, and then the first rank I would give to the OO. And I will give my final verdict of why I give the winning into teams. I think for the second, So I think from the OG, they have set a clear framework and they could have give more extension of why such policy will benefit the children. And it is very good that the DPM have a great extension, given a great extension to weigh the arguments from the Prime Minister. And firstly, I give the first rank to, and secondly, I give the first rank to the OO because they have stick to the status quo and they given the counter proposal that match the motion really well. And they able to give a good examples of actors to strengthen the debate. They also have a good extension of the DLO, also give a great extension to what the LHO have stated. So I think that is my oral adjudication. Good job, everyone. But back to the general comments, I think it could have a lot more engagement, and the beauty side could have give more extension and weigh the debate better. Thank you very much.
Oke, next masih ada yang mau kasih komen lagi?
Mungkin dari Anisma, Pak.
Silakan kalau ada yang masih mau kasih komen.
Mbak Aca, silahkan Mbak Aca, mungkin bisa memberikan sedikit penilaian kepada kedua tim.
Oh, maybe not yet, ma'am.
Oke, belum. Mungkin Mbak Brenda mau memberikan men-share ilmunya kepada Mbak Aca nanti sesama educator sebagai edu.
Boleh, hit me up anytime.
Ya, silakan Mbak.
Sekarang.
Kita
Ya,
sudah
sekarang.
bertukar WA kok, ma'am.
Oke, atau lewat WA saja Mbak Brenda dengan Mbak Aca ya?
Iya, boleh.
Bisa, ma'am.
Boleh. Oke.
Di better, ma'am, bisa tukar WA biar saling share ilmu.
Oke, silahkan. nomornya Mbak Putri boleh, Mbak Mutiara boleh, silahkan share, saling tukar nomor WA. Bisa melalui chat WA Mbak, chat di sini ya. Ini. Oke, itu Mbak sudah ada nomornya Mbak Mutiara. Oke, kami dari Unisma terima kasih kepada teman-teman dari UM untuk sparringnya. Mungkin nanti bisa kita jadwalkan kembali untuk sparring selanjutnya sebelum tampil di tanggal berapa? Tanggal 12 ya teman-teman ya?
Iya, Ibu.
Ya, tanggal 12. Dari kami, saya mewakili pihak Unisma, sangat berterima kasih atas waktunya dari teman-teman UM untuk bisa sparring dengan kami. Terima kasih Pak Nanang atas kesempatannya.
Sami-sami.
Ya, sepertinya sudah begitu saja Pak Nanang. Apa ada
Ya.
yang perlu disampaikan?
Sementara cukup, nanti bisa komunikasi lagi kalau misalkan dibutuhkan untuk latihan bersama lagi. Oke, terima kasih teman-teman. Siapa Mbak Caca, Mas Imam, Mbak Yuyut, Mbak Brenda, Mbak Tiara, sama Mbak Maudi. Thank you so much. Bu Dura juga. Nanti kita akan lanjutkan lagi untuk sesi berikutnya nanti.
Oke, terima kasih. Sampai
Terima
jumpa.
kasih, Bapak.
Ya. Silakan boleh meninggalkan. Oke.
Silakan boleh, teman-teman.
Okay. Thank you.